Ross Lynd was an excellent pitcher for 11 seasons in the Manitoba Senior Baseball League, and he played in 3 National Baseball Championships. Ross, you pitched for both the Macaulay Blazers and the Vince Garth Orioles, winning championships with both of those teams 3 years apart. I assume that both of them were very good teams.
Both fabulous teams. I think back to Vince Garth. Certainly the key there was Garth Neville, one of the best Canadian pitchers ever, actually, to come out of Manitoba. Great supporting cast, the Geese boys, Ronnie Lowe. Macaulay, we also, well, we combined 2 teams, Macaulay and Mooseland, and at that time we both had decent senior teams, but combined we made a very strong case. It took us a year to get our feet wet. I think we only won 5 the first year, but very quickly moved on to become one of the strongest teams in the league throughout the 70s. Both very strong teams.
How about your managers in both of those locations?
Again, great people. Bob Waslin was fun to be around in Vince Garth, and first year team, all excited. Roy Cuthill in Welwyn. Just had a way with getting guys in the right place, so both great managers.
Playing in 3 nationals would have to rate as one of your career highlights, I'm sure.
Yeah, as much like you play ball, become friends for life with the guys you play ball with, and the socials. But being on the All-Star teams, those 3 national championships, it brings something special with it. The guys you played against all the time, and were trying to get out all the time. All of a sudden, they're your teammates, and you're rooting for them. Made some great friends on those championship teams as well. It's just a special thing.
Ross, in Vince Garth in 1972, you pitched 3 victories on the way to the league title. Your stuff must have been working very well during those playoffs.
I didn't get a lot of work in through the league, but come playoff time, the games were much closer together. And just each time I went out, I was ready, and I felt excited to be involved. And yeah, for sure, it was working. I guess my main pitch when I was younger was Dale Lowe, the catcher, used to say I threw a heavy ball. It was a sinker. So lots of ground balls, and I'm sure if I went back in the scorebooks at that time, that's how we got a lot of the hits, ground balls.
You went on to play for 2 seasons with the Regina Red Sox. You also had 1 season playing down in Brisbane, Australia. Tell us about playing for those teams.
Yeah, my job actually took me over to Weyburn, Saskatchewan, so that was quite a commute, 140 miles to Macaulay. So Regina, I still wanted to play the best baseball available to me, and Regina was only an hour away, so I had a great caliber of ball over there as well. Had a good 2 years there. Played in national championships both years there with all-star teams too, so that was very good. Brisbane was an adventure. My wife and I left Weyburn and decided before family we wanted to travel, and I made some contacts in Australia. Was lucky enough to make the right contact and got to go and play ball over there. A great caliber of ball. It was Zillmere, the Greater Brisbane League. Had a great year. We still have friends from over that way. One of the interesting parts about that, there was some Nielsen boys who, great ball players. They both had scholarships to the States. Their youngest brother was our bat boy, and his name was David Nielsen. And David Nielsen became a super catcher and player with the Milwaukee Brewers through the 90s. So that was kind of neat.
What about the level? You say the caliber was good in Australia. How would it compare with ours?
The top teams over there would compete with the Manitoba Senior League at that time. The depth in the league wasn't as big as what we would have had here. So I'd say the top 2 or 3 teams there would have been quite competitive. Now, whether they would have won it all or not, I'm going to say no, but still very, very competitive.
You were mentioning imports coming into the Manitoba Senior Baseball League at one stage. That they brought in boys from California, and that proved to be a real plus for the league, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was. We didn't have big depth in pitching, and quite a few of the teams, same thing. They like I'm a Canadian pitcher, and I did okay, but we needed 3 or 4 guys, and the Americans certainly helped us out there. We had 2 fellas in the mid-70s, and the team that Macaulay was voted to the Hall of Fame for had those 2 guys from Anaheim, California. Dan Kopla was, I think, over 2 seasons, he was 21-1, which was amazing, and John Langston also did a great job for us, so really strengthened our team.
Ross, you've been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame as a member of those 2 teams we talked about in Inductee and Macaulay, and you have the further distinction of being inducted into the Saskatchewan Baseball Hall of Fame back in 2006. I think that's kind of nice to be honored in both provinces.
It's hard to explain. I did a lot of work. I was a national coaching certification instructor. I did a lot of teaching in Saskatchewan on baseball. I worked with the board of directors in Saskatchewan for a number of years as well. So I was there. I was voted in there more as a builder than a player, whereas over here it is more as a player. So. Again, it's a nice distinction, it really is. Baseball was, as you can tell, quite a part of my life.
So what are you now? Are you a baseball fan like the rest of us?
Oh yeah, still love. But actually, the Jays are up 4-1. We're up 4-1 before I walked in here. So no, I still love the game.
Do you have a favorite major league team?
I guess just the Canadian product. I was an Expo fan forever. I loved the way they played ball. Just the Felipe Alou and the way he had that team playing. Too bad they were gone. But no, I would have to say the Jays just because of the Canadian.
And a favorite player?
Oh, that's interesting. I'd have to go back a number of years ago. I loved Rod Carew, George Brett, just the way they played the game. So those were 2 of my favorites.
Tell me, Ross, what does it mean to be a member of the Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame to you?
Well, it's a real honor, and I guess it just confirms how much I love the game, and I think recognize that I could play it quite well, and it's really special to be alongside some of those names now that I played with and against over those years, and knowing this is an amazing Hall of Fame. If you go to Hall of Fames around the country, nothing better than right here. So it's neat to be part of the club.
You're looking at Ross Lynd, one of Manitoba's greats on the pitching mound.